You're Golddigger. Those words are easy to say, but they are heavy to carry. I have heard people throw them into conversations as if they were nothing more than ordinary words, yet every accusation has the power to leave a mark on someone's heart. Before I believed what others were saying, I wanted to understand the truth for myself, because I have learned that judging someone is much easier than knowing their story. You're Golddigger. I remember the first time those words reached my ears. They echoed through my thoughts long after the conversation had ended. I kept asking myself whether love could really be measured by money. Could a heart be valued by expensive gifts? Could kindness be bought? Could loyalty have a price? The more I searched for the answer, the more I realized that real love has never depended on wealth. It has always depended on character. Some people chase riches because they believe money can protect them from every fear. Others chase love because they believe a faithful heart is worth more than anything the world could ever offer. The difference between those two journeys is not always easy to see from the outside. You're gold digger. Perhaps that is what people whispered. Perhaps they looked only at appearances and forgot that every person carries hidden reasons for the choices they make. We rarely know what someone has survived before they entered our lives. We do not always know the struggles they have faced or the dreams they have quietly protected. I have learned that money can build a beautiful house, but it cannot guarantee a peaceful home. It can buy expensive furniture, but it cannot fill empty rooms with genuine laughter. It can purchase gifts wrapped in beautiful paper, but it cannot wrap a lonely heart with sincere affection. When love becomes nothing more than a business deal, both hearts become poor, no matter how much wealth surrounds them. Real love has never asked, "How much do you own?" Instead, it quietly asks, "Will you still stand beside me when life becomes difficult?" Your gold digger. Sometimes people use those words because they have been hurt before. Sometimes they use them because they only see the surface of someone else's story. Sometimes they are right, and sometimes they are painfully wrong. That is why I believe careful understanding should always come before quick judgment. I would rather walk beside someone with a kind heart and empty pockets than stand beside someone with endless riches and an empty soul. Wealth may change with time, success may rise and fall, but honesty, compassion, loyalty, and respect remain valuable through every season of life. I have seen people with very little share everything they had. I have also seen people with more than enough refuse to share even simple kindness. That is when I understood that generosity is not measured by the size of a bank account, it is measured by the size of the heart. Your gold digger. If those words are ever spoken without truth, they become an unfair burden. A reputation can be damaged in a single conversation, while trust often takes years to rebuild. That is why I hope we become people who ask questions before making conclusions and who choose fairness before gossip. Love should never become a competition between money and emotions. It should be a partnership where two people encourage one another, work together, and build a future with honesty. The strongest relationships are not built on expensive things, they are built on trust that cannot be bought. There will always be people who misunderstand others. There will always be voices that speak louder than the truth. Yet time has a quiet way of revealing what words often hide. A sincere heart eventually shows itself through actions, not through rumors. Your gold digger. If someone truly loves only wealth, that choice may bring temporary comfort but rarely lasting peace. Money can make life easier in many ways, but it cannot replace loyalty during hardship, compassion during sadness, or genuine friendship during lonely days. The people I admire most are not those who collected the greatest fortunes. They are the ones who collected respect. They kept their promises. They treated others with kindness. They remained humble when success arrived and grateful when life became difficult. Those qualities cannot be purchased. If one day someone judges me or someone I love, I hope they first take the time to know the heart behind the smile. Every person deserves to be understood before being labeled. Every story deserves to be heard before being criticized. You're gold digger. Perhaps those words will always exist in the world, but I hope kindness exists even more. I hope honesty becomes louder than suspicion. I hope understanding becomes stronger than gossip. And I hope we remember that the richest people are not always those who own the most, but those whose hearts remain generous, faithful, and sincere. Because in the end, money may change hands many times throughout a lifetime, but character stays with a person until their very last day. That is why I will always believe that the true measure of someone's worth is not found inside their wallet, but inside the way they love, the way they speak, the way they forgive, and the kindness they leave behind wherever life takes them.